All right. This is TSN, the Takwa Sports Network, live here from the hangar. And we're here with the Egyptian Eclipse and his kissing brother-in-law here, Hamoudi and Ahmed Ibrahim. Guys, break it down for us. What did you think the keys for the game were?
Well, the keys for the game was to shut down their key players, and I think we did a good job doing that. We tackled on the weaknesses, and I think we did a pretty good job.
Yeah, you know what? We scored some key goals at some key times. We couldn't hold on to the lead. It was unfortunate, but you know what? We'll take the tie.
All right. Yeah. They say a tie's like kissing your sister, but this is a halal tie. What do you have to say about that?
Well, it was definitely a tie on paper, but it felt like a loss for us in reality. The last couple of minutes of the game, I think we dominated. So I think the room in the locker room was pretty down because it really did feel like it was a loss. But you're right. It's part of the game, but it's the way it went.
You guys are a veteran team. You have a lot of experience. You've won championships before. What do you have to do to regain that form moving forward into the next game and the rest of the season?
Well, I think for us, it's just getting all the guys out there. We got a lot of key guys that are missing the next few games. So it's just making sure all the guys that we have just play 100% throughout the whole game and just making sure that we got the players that we have and making sure that they're out there 100% of the time.
Excellent. One more very important question. Where did you get that hat?
Egypt.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm here with Mr. Alvi. Mr. Alvi, welcome.
Assalamu alaikum.
So behind us, we see one of the exemplary goalies of our time, Ahmed Mobeen. As a goaltender yourself, could you critique his style?
Actually, I've been playing with. I've had the pleasure to play with Ahmed Mobeen for quite a while now, and he's actually a very good goalie. Not too much bad things to say about him.
Cut. This is not going anywhere. This is not what we wanted. Get out of here.
A few moments later.
No, he's a very good brother. He makes some crucial saves, and I think if he had proper D in front of him, he would have much different results. No, Blues a great team, but they leave him out to dry quite a bit. And but nothing bad to say about Ahmed Mobeen. He's a great brother, and he always holds it down for his team.
You know what would have been perfect for this interview? As you're saying that, somebody scores on him.
Well, they scored twice on him already.
I called you on Tuesday. I messaged you on Tuesday, and you replied after where rosters get frozen after the Wednesday. What was that, man?
Well, to be fair, I'm not an official GM, so any kind of trades, any kind of trade talk like that, you got to direct that to the man in charge, Edgemore.
We spoke to him, but he goes, you know what? I need David's, approval. So it goes back to you. So I think there's a disconnect here. You guys are playing games with us or what? You know what we want. Give us what we want, man.
No comment. I don't know what to say.
So you want me to tell you what the strategy is?
Yeah, I know that strategy. Just come on, man. Come on, man. I heard you guys are gonna lose today. Is that right?
Or what?
You guys are gonna lose?
You'll see it out there.
I think you're already stumbling, bro.
A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Scared.
A little bit scared.
Scared for my back.
Yeah, you're nervous?
A little
You're
bit.
nervous?
A little bit.
You guys nervous? Oh man. That was a battle, eh?
So that's
Holy
how
smokes.
you gotta keep it fun.
Oh man.
That's why Islam's awesome.
What did we say?
Sometimes a
A little bit trash talking. He heard I started a little training session, so you want to see how I was doing. That's all it was.
I told him when we're in the box, I
He
gotta
goes-
test you out. Huh? That's literally what I told him in the box. I had to text you out. I heard you got a trainer now, so I gotta see if the trainer's keeping up with his job. How strong he's getting you.
He had 5 guys on him and he's still coming at me, but you know what? I held my ground.
I'm here with Doc. Doc, looks like this is your first win today. How does it feel to get a first win?
I started with the name of Allah, Bismillah Rahman Rahim, just like the Pakistani cricket team. It's a long time coming. We had a great game last week, and we knew we could do it. And we got lucky on a couple of goals, but in the end we stuck it out, and Ali got 2 quick ones, and Hanan, our young centerman, he played really well. Sahil played really well, and we're just happy we won a game.
Do you think the monkey's off your back and now it's a rush to the top?
Well, it was a gorilla, it wasn't a monkey, but we're going to take it one game at a time, right? So, and then let's see where the chips fall.
Thank you, Doc. Enjoy the win.
Jazakallah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamualaikum everyone. Here with me is Farouk Sani. Sani, you just played your game right now. A little exhausted. How did that game go?
Assalamualaikum. Well, I mean, we did face your team, and I would say, I mean, based on the result, you would say it would have been a terrible game. But honestly, I felt like our effort was actually an improvement over last week. And I told the guys before the game, you know, don't be afraid to lose. Just lose the right way. And I felt like we had some improvement here, and you know, we can build on it. Alhamdulillah, we're still not out of it. I thought black was due. I mean, nobody would say that you guys are, you know, an 0-6 team, and you proved it. You know, you got the win. Your best player showed up, and I would say, you know, I'm not really that upset about our effort, to be honest with you guys.
Did you find that any keys to this game that you found that were different from all your other games that you played thus far? I know one of the things we saw here was that Naeem was playing defense, and I know that's something new for you guys. Want to elaborate a little bit more on what else changed?
Yeah, I mean, for most of the season, except for game one, I believe, which I wasn't here for, Naeem's been playing forward. We tried to switch it up. Imad wasn't there, which is another big body. So we went with myself on center, and we put Naeem back on D. And we only had 3D for the game. And I don't think that was a problem, to be honest. I think that our D played well. There were, as you saw, some weird bounces that went in. But for the most part, you know, that switch worked. We just got to get more shots on net, crash the net more, and get the wingers to score more. Yeah.
One last question I do have for you is that next week you are facing Ikhlas, which does have Adil Chauhan, one of the top defensemen. What do you think is your strategy going into that game?
Yeah, no, that's we've been talking about that. I mean, Adil's a great player, and we have to respect his game. I would say any team that hustles hard, that forechecks hard, no matter how good the defenseman is, if he's got to run back, chase the ball down, you know, tire him out. I know he plays most of the game. If we can tire him out, that's our strategy, and maybe hopefully get a couple of mistakes.
And one last question I do want to ask you before we do wrap it up. I know a lot of people are excited that you're GMing this season, especially. You are well-known among the league. What do you feel is different GMing versus actually being a player?
I mean, obviously you got to wear the results. I mean, when you're a player, you come in, you play hard, and you go. As a GM, not only are you responsible for the team, how it's doing, but also the players and how they feel. So for me, my goal is to make sure everybody plays, everybody has a good time. And I think you could ask my team, even though we're, 0-4-2 right now, I mean, they're a happy bunch. So, you know, we got to take that positivity and convert that into wins, inshallah. So, yeah, you feel responsible for the guys. Make sure they have a good time. It's a brotherhood league at the end of the day. And that's what our focus is primarily. Winning would be nice, too.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Farouk.
No problem.
What do you think of your game today?
It was a lot better than last week, for sure. We were missing Imad, obviously, so that hurts. We played a great game. We had a slow start, but we kind of got hustle going after we scored goals. An unlucky goal at the third goal was an unlucky one, and they won off of that.
I know you guys didn't win today, but you guys seem a lot more calm than last week.
Because last week we just didn't play well. So it was like the loss plus our whole team wasn't good. This game, it was a good game. We just came out on the losing end.
What do you got to do for next game?
I mean, keep playing the way we played, right? Get our guys to come out, hustle from the beginning, and if you get a good start, then we can hold it over. Good.
Thanks, man. Stripes, who's gonna win this one?
I don't know. I don't know the teams.
All right, thank you so much. Assalamu alaikum. Anybody else doing marathons on your team? No. So, how many are you gonna get today?
Two.
Speaking the fuzzy part, eh? You like it fuzzy?